Yes. I think, look, I had to talk myself out of the saying I'm the worst director ever, because like whatever big newspapers wrote it, because I finally got it that they didn't watch more as two of my movies. They didn't really
Yes.
ever watch Darfur or Rampage or Sound. They never watched that. They watched maybe House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, whatever, Blood Rain, this kind of movies. And then they wrote the same reviews. And I had to kind of write them off, um, like from my inner drive, right? So to this kind of like, okay, of course you want that the New York Times writes you're the best guy ever, right? But A, it will not happen. And B, they will just not give it even a chance that they could reverse their opinion. They just love it to write every article. He won the Raspberry. He boxed the critics. People said he's the worst director ever. So that's the problem, where you have this kind of, you cannot drill a hole in that wall. But, and there I 100% agree with you, what I see if I go to a convention or I go to like I was in Madrid in Spain at a film festival recently, and they showed movies and they were packed. And the people completely celebrated the movies. They showed Postal, Rampage, House of the Dead, and Alone in the Dark. The audience was like doing Mystery Science Theater. They were commentating it. They were yelling around. They loved it. And that was so good feeling to be in like a full packed movie theater 20 years after you did like House of the Dead. And the people loved it. And they loved it because because you follow me in a way. I did movies. They were like just genre, and there was nothing behind it. It was not like a social commentary or something, but they were done in a way that you enjoy watching them. I never saw
Yes.
people telling me my movies were boring. And and I think there's two different things. If you have a movie like Rampage or something where more is behind it, or you have movies like Blood Rain or In the Name of the King, where it's just entertaining. And I think the audience, in a way, likes both. Because this movies like Rampage. Today I had another podcast with a German film professor who's 80 years old, and he just watched Rampage. And then, I told him he asked me like before the podcast. He said, "What do you want? What should I watch?" I said, "Watch Sheldon Wall Street and Rampage." And he was like, "That was the first movies for me he ever watched in his life." And he said, "How can people say you're the worst director ever?" He said, "Like these are extremely like strong movies, right?" So and I said, "Yeah, but because you didn't watch House of the Dead. If you would watch House of the Dead first, maybe you would never saw A Sound of Wall Street as a good movie." And I think that's the kind of the curse I have, but also this kind of where you feel, as you said, I think you nailed it. With they aged good. They are not aging away that people don't know anything about that movies anymore, whereas so many other movies made where nobody ever watched them for 20 years. And they're still relevant. People watch them and they like them, you know? Yeah.
Absolutely.